Okay, so in this video you will see how to play Hisuian Goodra featuring Comfey and Cramorant. So we're gonna play against Mew VMAX deck. So playing against Mew VMAX deck, you don't need too many things. Basically, you can win the game simply by just getting that Drapion into play, as long as your opponent doesn't have Stadium card in play, which is pet to the pick in most of the times. Many Mew deck lists plays pet to the pick, so in that case, if you have Temple of Sinnoh as well as that Drapion, you're gonna be in very good position. Also, Articuno can help as well, just in case. So, not the best opening hand, but we do have Comfey and also a Nest Ball. So with the Nest Ball, I'm gonna grab and put into play Radiant Greninja for the following turn. And gonna pass the turn for now. I could also grab myself an Ultra Ball, but knowing that my opponent wouldn't be able to get Mew VMAX in play turn 1 because it's just impossible to evolve turn 1, I'm just okay by putting the Comfey in the front and getting the Greninja on the bench, trying to get the energy for the extra play, but maybe even for potentially Melanie play. So there is boss's order into Greninja, so he already aimed for Greninja, which is good for me because right now he won't be able to get that Fusion Strike energies in play with the help of LS Sparkle. And that's good for me. And there's Cramomatic for that switch. If that's a heads, it's probably going to be for the Battle VIP pass. Unfortunately, it is a tails, which might be the end of the turn for my opponent, and it is. Okay, so I top deck Mirage Gate, which is pretty much useless. And what I want to do here, I just want to boss's order into one of his Genesects, because as you can see from the hands in my from the cards in my hand, none of these cards can actually be used. And I'm unable to retreat into Comfey, so I can use my flower selecting. So only reasonable option in this case was just to play a boss's order and force my opponent either way to get a switch, waste one of the double turbo energies, or maybe the best scenario for me to play Escape Rope. But he managed to find the switch and I will lose that Greninja. Probably, maybe not, who knows. If he have Choice Band and Tablet with boss's order, he might aim for that Hisuian Goodra. So there you go, 190 damage. And we see that our opponent doesn't have pet to the peak into play. So we only need one card. Temple of Sinnoh. Okay, not gonna put that in play yet. Just the Battle VIP pass. Okay, as it looks right now, I'm not gonna aim for the Temple of Sinnoh, and you're probably gonna wonder why. Well, the reason for that is I only play one Stadium, and if my opponent locks my ability with the pet to the pick, I won't be able to play my Drapion. I mean, I could still play the Drapion, but I would need like 4 energies on him, so I really don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Escape Rope. I'm just gonna put another Comfey into front. I literally have only 2 cards in my law zone, but it's okay. Next turn I will have 3. Next turn I'm drawing card for the beginning of my turn, and there is a boss's order for Articuno. Interesting. Okay, so probably he doesn't have enough resources to knock the Goodra out, so he just decided to aim for the Articuno. And there's a Lost City. Interesting. Okay. As long as there is just a Lost City, I'm not gonna bother myself playing Temple of Sinnoh. The moment I'm gonna put Temple of Sinnoh in play will be when I knock the Mew out with my Drapion, which might be pretty soon. If I only had one energy card, I would play Raihan and Melanie like a few turns ago, but I didn't. And this is still a long way to go. My opponent only drew one prize card, and after this turn he will draw one more. So there is a skill from the this card is from the Brilliant Stars. It says this attack does 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemons in play. So 160 potentially in total. Energy Recycle. What a nice top deck. Drapion. Okay. So my opponent helped me actually here with that Lost City, because right now I'm in the Cramorant spot, for example, but still I don't have Switch, and I don't want to put the Drapion in play, neither my Temple of Sinnoh, because I don't know how many. I just want to force him to knock the Comfey out and put him in the loss zone, so I can then just try to get that Chorus Experiment for that Mirage Gate. One switch or energy will work, that's for sure. 4, and if he knocks this Comfey out, then if it goes to the loss zone 5, Cross Fusion Strike, there we go. Barely 80 damage, barely enough for the knockout, but it counts. So he is down to 3 prize cards, and you can see that I'm already in a huge disadvantage, but the most important thing is the fact that when you put that Drapion into play, and when Drapion knocks opponent's Pokemon, that will be 3 prize card for me. So let's go with Goodra and 2 energies. And what I want to do here, I just want to set up 2 Goodras in play. And now it's the good time to put that Temple of Sinnoh into play. And I'm gonna retreat my Comfey into Drapion. And I can knock him out, but before I do that, actually not gonna play Mirage Gate. Actually, I'm gonna play that Mirage Gate just in case. Worst thing that can happen, he can judge. He can judge me and play Pet to the Peak, which is probably not gonna happen. But there we go, we are basically equal. So you don't want to play too early your Drapion if it's not necessarily. When the Drapion hits the ground, it will eventually take 3 prize cards against your opponent, Mew VMAX. The only thing you need to notice and need to be very careful about it is that your opponent needs to have 4 Pokemons in play. Fusion Strike, 4 Pokemon, Fusion Strike Pokemons in play in this case, if you want to hit for free. But you can still use energies for the manually attachment and the Mirage Gate as well. So there is a less sparkle. It came a little bit too late, I should say, because what I'm gonna do next turn, basically, I'm just gonna aim for the Mew V and knock him out. Yeah, definitely, because he used how many power tablets? 3 of them, so there's not gonna be a single chance that he will be able to knock the Hisuian Goodra out, and that will be the game for me. However, if he will have boss's orders... okay, what the heck happened? He could literally knock me out, but I think that he probably realized that he doesn't have maybe enough energy cards left, but that's weird. If he knocked my Drapion out... Oh, I forgot. Temple of Sinnoh. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, never mind. He couldn't knock me out. For the moment, I realized that the Temple of Sinnoh is in play. I forgot, I completely forget. So that Temple of Sinnoh actually helped me to win this game. Probably if my opponent was able to knock my Drapion out, he would take the 2 prize card knockout. And with that being said, he would move on to 1 prize. And after that, I would knock the probably Meloetta out, and then Mew VMAX and Boss's Order would bring him a victory. So Temple of Sinnoh definitely wins the Mew matchup. So really slow start, but even when you start slow, you can definitely win against Mew. Just because this Drapion can bring so many drama for the Mew, because it can take easy 3 prize card knockout, and that's how it is. So as long as Temple of Sinnoh stays in play, my opponent won't be able to do any damage, because all of his energy cards are just regular chorus energy cards, and that's the GG. So yeah, it's definitely possible to outplay and play against Mew. But one thing is certain here: if my opponent was able to somehow maybe get a luck with, let's say, Judge and with the help of the Judge and with the pet to the peak, who knows how the game would go on. But overall, at the end, Drapion MVP, no question about that. So that's the GG. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.